Hello everybody, welcome. It's a sunny day. A sunny day indeed. Could do with some sunny days. I'm getting tired of this winter. Just got a few of these little things to finish off here, these bud vases. You know, when you throw a pot, you have to turn it upside down, don't you, so the bottom half of the pot dries. That's quite important, isn't it? Because if you don't do that, the pot will be unevenly dry and it'll be harder on the top and softer on the bottom. I'm just going to bring the camera in here now and just do a little bit more work on those bud vases. Vamos a continuar un poco más con los vasicos estos. Yes. So, I'm just going to play around with this. Play around with the viewfinder thing there, so I can actually situate myself here on the wheel and see myself. Well, I haven't got a head, have I? Not much good. Well, what I want to do is very quickly I'm going to take one of these, put it upside down, invertido, turn on the wheel. Basically what I'm thinking of doing is I've got to finish off the bottoms. I can either trim them off with a tool, or I can thumb them off. I do a lot of preaching about thumbing off, so maybe I should just thumb them off and not trim them. Apart from anything else, it's not so easy to trim a pot with a very narrow top like that. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, yes, we're in the picture, good. These are the ones I did the other day. The bilingual vases. All right. Now, just before I did this, I actually just dipped these in my water pot, just there, because I noticed they were a little bit drier on the top side than they were on the bottom side. Because what I want to do to them is I want to deform them using my special keep practicing paddle that Ed gave me. Ed down there, New York City way. So this is something you can do with a paddle. Con un trozo de madera se puede deformar una pieza. You have to just get a right amount of hardness. You don't want it too hard, obviously, because if it's too hard, it will crack. Let me just see if I can bring us in a bit closer there. Just so you can. Right. Vamos a ver. Let's see. So. Now it's probably better you don't use something that's got something written on it like this, because this is like kind of giving it a pattern. There's just a little bit here that doesn't have any writing word on. Be good, wouldn't it, if I had a paddle and I whack it and it leaves a message in the clay. These are actually, the more pointed the belly here, it works better. I don't know if I've really yeah. Get with the pottery beat. So you deform the vase, the pot. And you can do this virtually with any shape. Even a cylinder, one can deform and turn it sort of squared. Quad means 4, doesn't it? Yeah. Tri is 3. Quad is 4. What's 5? Pentagon. Pentagonal. 5-sided. Hexagonal is 6-sided. Septagonal is 7-sided. Octagonal. So, this is what I'm about. Now this side has got a pattern, so I could use the pattern on. You see that? Okay. I've got the other thing you've seen me use, the this guy. That's something we could use. Oops. Let's adjust the lighting a bit. I've also got a wooden spoon, or a slotted spoon. It's probably a bit hard to hit it with that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. Be bold, don't be afraid. Even if you make a mistake, do it. You know the expression, he who never made a mistake never made anything. So strike out, do something you've never done before. It may not work, alright, but at least you tried. At least you tried. At least you tried, brother. So now pots that have got flat sides on them, or windows as I sometimes refer to them as, they lend themselves to putting some kind of decoration on that side, or a motif. Okay, so you could engrave it, you could wax it, you could paint it on underglaze over the biscuit, you could put it on top of the glaze. So there's different things that you can do. There's so much variety, isn't there? So many different kinds of things that we can do. This particular one here I've only done, you see, on just the two sides. So, poco a poco, as they say. Poco a poco. Anyway, I hope that's given you some ideas. The different times that we treat the clay, you know, as we can do things to the clay when it's absolutely wet, or we can wait a bit until they get a bit drier and then we can do something to the clay, or we don't do anything to the clay at this stage and we treat it in its bisque form, or underglaze or overglaze, or maybe we put a slip over it and then comb through with one of those Hakame brushes, you know, combing through the white slip, just getting it to that point where it's just right, and then using the Hakame comb brush to scratch through the surface to the clay underneath. I'm very much, you know, practicing these things as I'm doing them. I practice them. No, you know, we're all still learning and still practicing very much. It's one of the things you may think, when you think of potters who you think have been on the road, as it were, for a long time, you know, making pots like I have. I've been making pots for 30 years, but what you realise is that the further down that road you go, you've got the more your eyes are open to how much more you've got to learn. You know, it's not ever a case of feeling that you have arrived. Certainly not. I don't feel that I've arrived at all. The more I know I shall get to the end of my potting life, and I'll think to myself, help! I need another life. I need another lifetime to carry this forward more. You know, you know, there's so much to learn, and it's that's what makes it such a wonderful craft, isn't it? I mean, probably the same with carpentry and many other kinds of crafts. It's that creativity, the recreational, the recreating It's an ongoing. You know, you don't get to the end of it. I'm glad, you know what it's like when you get to the end of a good book, or you've watched a really good movie and you get to the end of the movie and you feel it was such a good film, it was such a good book, that you feel kind of sad that you've come to the end of it. Well, this isn't something you're going to come to the end of, you know. It's just going to go on and on and on. Learning, relearning, discovering. So, that's why I say, keep practicing. We'll see you soon. Adios. Dee, 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 dee.